Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has stated conversations are ongoing for Manchester City star Savinho. Reports are stating there is interest in Tottenham Hotspur target Eli Junior Kroupi from PSG, Arsenal and Barcelona, but Tottenham are the most determined to sign him in this summer transfer window, and reports are stating that Spurs will go all out to sign the Bournemouth forward. Reports in Italy are stating that Spurs have turned down a loan approach for goalkeeper Vicario, and Radu Drăgușin sends a message following his departure from Spurs. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Chris Cowlin here. This is another episode of Tottenham News, where I'll be going for all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Now, if you do get 2 spare minutes, please do vote for us at the Football Content Awards 2026. All of the details are below. And as usual, your support is really, really appreciated. Thank you. Sport in Spain and the Daily Mirror in the UK are stating that Tottenham are expected to spend further and have Eli Junior Kroupi in their sights following the striker's stunning maiden season in the Premier League. The talented 20-year-old scored 13 goals for Bournemouth, catching the eye of Europe's elite, including both of last season's Champions League finalists, Arsenal and PSG. Barcelona are now the latest heavyweight to give consideration to a swoop for Eli Junior Kroupi. However, Tottenham are the club most determined to sign him and are ready to go all out to do so. There has been a further update on Savinho, his situation, and Tottenham Hotspur tracking him in this summer transfer window. Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has stated Tottenham remain very interested in Savinho. Tottenham keep working on the Savinho deal. They are waiting for Manchester City to take a decision on Savinho, whether they want to let him go or not, and under which conditions. But the conversations have started. The conversation is ongoing. Savinho is the next big name on their list. I would include also Cody Gakpo among the players that Tottenham like in the winger position after reshaping their midfield with Sandro Tonali and Fernandes. Reports in Italy, particularly from Tutto Mercato Web, they are stating that Tottenham expect Vicario to leave this summer and are keen for a departure to be completed as soon as possible. But the Premier League club have ruled out the possibility of allowing the goalkeeper to leave on loan. Instead, Tottenham Hotspur are seeking a permanent transfer, meaning Juventus will need to meet the required asking price if they are serious about bringing Vicario to Turin. On Wednesday, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club put out the following on their social media channels. It was a picture of João Palhinha with the words "thank you" together with his legacy number 897, together with the following words: "Stepping up when we needed him most and giving everything for the club. You'll always be a part of the family, João." On Wednesday, the club released the following short statement confirming the departure of Radu Drăgușin. It states here, Radu Drăgușin has joined Serie A side Fiorentina on loan for the 26-27 season. The deal also includes an obligation to make the move to Italy, a permanent one, if performance-based criteria is met. A Romania international, Radu Drăgușin, joined us from Genoa in January 24 and he made 48 appearances in all competitions. Now, Archie Gray took to Instagram and posted a picture of him and Radu together and said, "Going to miss you, brother. All the best." Radu Drăgușin on Instagram said, "Some chapters become part of who you are. From the day I arrived at Tottenham, I was proud to wear this badge, and looking back, I'm grateful for all of the memories that I made at this club. Lifting the Europa League trophy is something I will always be proud of. Sharing that moment with my teammates, the staff and our supporters is a memory that I will carry with me forever. But football isn't just about moments you celebrate. It is also about the moments that test you the most. During the toughest period of my career when injury kept me off the pitch, I never felt alone. The support I received from this club, my teammates and the incredible Spurs fans gave me strength every single day. Tottenham has helped me grow, not only as a footballer, but also as a person. Thank you to everyone at the club for your trust and support, and thank you to every supporter for always being there. Your passion, loyalty and support have meant so much to me. As I take the next step in my career, I do so with nothing but gratitude and respect. Thank you, Spurs." Now, my thoughts on everything in this episode. Let's start by talking about Tottenham trying to get these deals done for Savinho and Eli Junior Kroupi. And if you watch or listen to these episodes on a regular basis, you will know that I will welcome these two players with open arms. You know, Spurs have done extremely well so far, signing 6 players in this transfer window. And I'm recording this late on the 8th of July. And we have 6 deals over the line, and Spurs are now actively trying to get the Savinho deal done, and they have interest in Eli Junior Kroupi. Again, very common theme of Spurs going after experienced players in the Premier League, although these two players are still very young players, but they are very exciting players, and both play in the final third, can both have that spark of magic in front of goal. Eli Junior Kroupi certainly had that last season at Bournemouth. And of course, Bournemouth finished 6th for a reason. And Kroupi was a big part of that reason as well. And Savinho, I've spoken a lot about recently, that I think that Roberto De Zerbi can get the very best out of him and make our forward line a very, very exciting one. And when you think about the players that we have coming back as well from injury, and great scenes in the last week or so of Dejan Kulusevski, posting videos on Instagram of him shooting footballs in the top corner, top bins, both with his left foot and with his right foot, and looking good. And it's so pleasing to see someone like Kulusevski now on the grass, now with a football, because he has been out for so long. I think it's now over 400 days since he kicked a ball in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. So when Spurs do get some of these injured players back, as well as what Roberto De Zerbi and the board and the hierarchy are building at this football club, it does look very, very exciting for next season. Now, what a wonderful message, a very simple and very short message to João Palhinha from Tottenham Hotspur Football Club across all of their social media channels on Wednesday. I thought it was a really nice and classy touch from the football club to, say thank you for what he did for Tottenham last season. Of course, he will not be signing for Tottenham again, so we wish him very well and all of the very best in the future, whatever happens with him. We understand that Bayern Munich will not be keeping him, so he will be moving on this summer to another club. But when I look back at last season, there are moments when you think Roberto De Zerbi, if he didn't come in, then Spurs would have been relegated. I don't think there's any question about that. But then you could also look at some individual players and their performances over a number of games. And I think back to Kinski making a number of vital saves in those remaining games that we played under Roberto De Zerbi. And you could also say, for sure, João Palhinha's goals, João Palhinha's input in games across the season under 3 different managers, I might add. And João Palhinha, what a professional, an unbelievable football professional. And, his time will never, ever be forgotten, from Tottenham Hotspur fans. So, a big personal thank you from me as well for what João Palhinha did at Tottenham. It won't be forgotten by any of us, particularly the very important goals that he brought to the football club, particularly on the last day of the season when we needed a win. Now, reports in Italy are stating that Spurs have turned down a loan approach from Juventus for Vicario. I completely agree with this. There's no point loaning a player like Vicario out. If you want a player like this out the door and the player himself wants to go and have a fresh challenge, particularly when we're hearing and seeing all of the reports about Kinski now being number one, signing a new deal, etc., then he does need to leave. And like I said many times as well in this transfer window so far, Spurs do need to be ruthless in terms of letting players go out the door, and we can't be, nice about it. There's no point, sending a player like Vicario out on loan, keeping him at the football club essentially. So it's best to offload these players on a permanent basis. And talking about a player going out the door on a permanent basis, of course, we heard in the last 24 hours, Alfie Devine has gone out the door, and now another one, Radu Drăgușin. He is now signed for Fiorentina. And I tell you what a really classy and lovely message that Radu put out on Instagram to the fans, to the Tottenham Hotspur staff, etc. And what a classy message, what a classy guy. And, sadly, it didn't work for him at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. But as he said, he will always remember the memories of the Europa League. And, he went for a really tough period at Tottenham. And it's nice that he has referenced that, stating that everyone at the football club was there for him, and the fans as well, because we do have some great fans that sometimes do give real encouragement and great support to players, and it can't be easy for mental health as well. So, but wishing Radu Drăgușin a successful career, and hopefully he will go on to achieve great things. But I think ultimately it was the right time for him to go, as there's probably a handful of players that you could probably say that about at Spurs right now. It's probably their time to go. And, when a new manager comes in, they want to put their stamp on the squad. They want to have different ambitions, etc. And they have different visions, different views, etc. And it'd be very interesting now to see what happens in the next, 55 days left of the transfer window. So a lot to do still, in my opinion. I know we've got 6 deals over the line. I said at the start of the window, I think that Spurs probably need 10 or 12 signings. Is it realistic to get another 4 or 6 signings in? I believe so. If we could sign Savinho and Kroupi and a couple more, I tell you what, Roberto De Zerbi and Tottenham Hotspur are cooking, and they are building something special, and it does seem very, very exciting. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Keep smiling, stay safe and well, enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you on the next one very soon. Come on, you Spurs.